Well, joining me on the line now is the Mayor of the Hawkesbury region, Barry Calvert. Barry, thanks for your time this afternoon.
That's not a problem.
Barry, tell me a little bit about the conditions that you guys are seeing there at the moment. You're obviously in the grips of the Gospers Mountain mega fire.
Yeah, the fire is currently just south of Bilpin and heading east. It's aiming directly at Kurrajong Heights and Bowen Mountain. No properties have been lost there in the last little while, but it is now getting to a stage where it could be threatening properties in the next hour or so.
So that blaze there, it is known as the mega blaze. It's because a number of different fires have combined to create a fire that's absolutely huge in size. How difficult has that been, not only for obviously firefighters, but from a council perspective, to activate as many resources that you can to help out and assist where possible?
It's been very difficult because the terrain where the fire is just very thick, remote bush that you can't get in and out of. And in many cases, they've just had to wait for the fire to come up out of the valley before they could actually fight it. So, and the other thing, the wind has changed direction so many times that they get all set up to fight the fire and it comes out somewhere else instead. So it's been a game of a cat and mouse game of chasing this fire all over the Gross Valley.
Yeah, and we are expecting this southerly buster quite a bit later on this afternoon. I guess that will pose its own problems. But before that, have we seen a flurry of activity starting there or not quite yet?
Well, the fire is gradually edging towards Kurrajong Heights and Bowen Mountain. It's not travelling very fast at the moment because the wind seems to have died down ahead of this southerly change. But if the southerly change comes through, it may not go through up there as strongly as it has down in the south coast. So we're just waiting to see how strong that change will be. If it's very strong, it could blow the fire back up towards Bilpin. If it's not very strong, the fire could keep going towards Kurrajong Heights and Bowen Mountain and even down towards Yarramundi.
That area that you're in around Bilpin, it is quite semi-rural. Has that posed its own problems as well, with people having to not only evacuate themselves but also animals?
Yes, it has. The Hawkesbury area is very much an equine area. There's very many horse studs, high-quality thoroughbred horses, and people have been moving them out to the showground all week, but there are still many up there. And I'm very concerned about those horses, but at the moment we don't know whether there's been any stock losses, but we'll find it out very soon, I suppose.
How populated are these regions that we're speaking about, these communities?
They're only sparsely populated. They're very large properties, at least 10 acres, but there's quite a few of them and they stretch right back off the Bells Line of Road deep into the bush, and some of them are quite isolated and quite hard to get to.
Have you found that people in those areas have wanted to evacuate, or are a lot of them deciding to try and stay and defend their homes?
It's been 50-50. A lot of people have moved out, as I have. My house is in Kurrajong Heights. I've moved out to Richmond, and other people in my street have moved out, but there are some who have their properties protected by a sprinkler system and fire pumps, and they're staying behind. So generally the people who are well prepared have stayed behind.
Just finally, how much of a concern would it be? I know up there, because it is quite remote and it is quite hilly, there's really one road of access, that Bells Line of Road. How hard is that for people that might become trapped later this afternoon? I know that's always the warning to evacuate early, because the last thing you want is to people decide, no, they actually do want to evacuate, and then only to get on the road and to become trapped within this fire.
That is a big problem, and as was found out in Victoria the other year, most people who died in that fire died in their cars trying to escape. So we are trying to tell people, get out as soon as you can. We've been giving that message all week, leave early, and a lot of people have. And I think right now the ones that have left behind are the ones that are probably quite prepared, and we'll just see how they go.
All right, well, good luck this afternoon, Barry. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.